Alright, motherfuckers, let's watch a very healthy and meaningful debate. How does that sound?
All right, Piers. Well, I think, and I can't see you all, so forgive me if I'm incorrect here, but I think I'm the only female on this panel.
Correct.
So I'm really anxious to weigh in.
Oh, boy.
Okay. So I think over the last probably 10 years, there has been what I call the pussification of men. It was everything should be about your emotions and your feelings.
We have another word now? As if we already didn't have enough words. We have another one. I think there's gonna be a point very soon where people will just struggle to remember each and every word that there is in this context, man.
They wanted to be masculine, but society was telling them they should be softer, that it was being toxically masculine if you wanted to play sports and chop wood and go to war.
Playing sports, chopping wood, and going to the war. I like how she just casually sneaked that last bit in. It's not like war is something that's not supposed to happen. Even if you make it out of war, it's not like it's something that really destroys your life. It gives you genuine post-traumatic stress disorder. And this woman just sat down there and casually said, hey, men should go to war. As if she gets to decide what men should do.
But what we're seeing now is these young men who look at Andrew Tate and the Tate brothers.
People really just live in their own little bubbles. I'll tell you something. A majority of the people out there, they're actually not even engaging on the internet to that degree. They probably know who these people are, but they're not actually engaging and consistently watching their videos. That's a very small minority. So this idea that people have changed all of a sudden, they haven't. They really haven't.
Douchebag and disrespects women, and because they've been so emasculated, they're like, oh great, that's a manly man. But that's not right either. So at some point, I think we'll go back to maybe meeting in the middle here. You can be a man who has feelings and emotions, but you can also go to war and protect and defend your family.
Why is she so obsessed with war? For fuck's sake. That's a weird fucking fetish she has. War is supposed to be something that doesn't happen. And this is basically just someone laying down a bunch of expectations she has from men. What gives you the right to decide what men should be like? If there is a guy who wants to serve his country by going to the war or something, it should be because he wants to do it.
But the two extremes right now, they're confusing men, and quite frankly, they're leaving women with few choices. And that's the real tragedy here.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just more feminine or feminist nonsense, ultimately. And the covert feminism in society is big, especially on the conservative side. So here's what happens, right? Women need to have feminine virtues for men to be pursuing masculine virtues, for you to say things like, well, men, what I want is for men to protect me and I want men to make money. Well, that's great. What that ends up doing is it gives you a set of privilege in society. What do men get?
I love this whole thing of like, if you're a female conservative and you don't believe that men should be douchebags, that all of a sudden you're a covert feminist. Call me a feminist. I really don't give one crap one way or another, but I can tell you this.
There's nothing wrong with being a feminist. Absolutely not. Standing up for women's rights? Fucking I'm a feminist. Now, I will say this. If there is a man who wants to serve his country in the war, there is nothing wrong with it. There is absolutely nothing wrong with it. But it should come inherently. It should not happen because some random woman said it on an interview. People should be allowed to be who they want to be.
Men, these podcast hosts on the right that like to think of themselves as these big masculine men, and what am I getting out of it? I can tell you this.
There's that feminism.
All right, I believe I'm a woman of virtue,
coming
right?
out.
Yeah, there's the feminism. Oh, and then you're interrupting me too,
Didn't
which
take
is great.
long,
I let
did it?
you
Didn't
talk.
take
It's my
long,
turn.
did it?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want to speak over me?
Yeah, I don't care if you call me. I don't really care if you call me a feminist.
This is so aggressive. Back in the day, discussions used to happen in a civil manner. And look at us now.
But women on the right, covert feminists on the right, are constantly and consistently talking about how they need to have privilege in society. I want men. Their version of masculinity is men who take care of us, men who protect us, men who do all of this. Those are all duties that men have towards women. Great. What are the duties that women have towards men? What are the duties that women have towards anything? What do men get out of this arrangement? What are we getting out of this arrangement? Can you tell me?
Most men are born to be protectors and providers. I can't imagine my dad saying, you know what, to my mom, you know what, I'm not going to be a protector and a provider unless you do this. That's not how real men operate. Real men are protectors and providers.
If it's inherent, then why do you have to sit here and talk about it? Even if it's inherent, doesn't even matter. That's a completely different discussion. The problem is that you don't get to decide that for guys. All you get to decide is what type of guy you want to be with. If you think that, hey, the type of guys I want, they are pretty less in number, right? That's just that. Deal with it. What do you want anyone to do? Deal with it.
Let's go to a real man, James Barr.
Thank you. I do see myself as a man, and I know that you'll be looking at me thinking, well, you're not. You're wearing makeup. You're wearing colourful clothes. Like, look at me. I'm really camp. My nails are
I
painted.
mean, they are worrying signs, I
you're
agree.
sat there smoking a cigarette. I'd love to get a vape out and start drinking a beer. Pints with the lads. Just connect with you over that. I think that you have some insane opinions on what women are meant to do for you. It's crazy that you don't appreciate that a woman actually gave birth to you.
His mother did, and I'm sure he appreciates that, but he's not gonna fucking appreciate every woman, even though it was just one woman who gave birth to him. That's a nonsensical argument.
And you're sat there going, what do women owe men? Women don't owe men anything.
Totally agree, motherfucker. Totally agree. The same way men don't owe women anything. He's saying that now, even though his question was a counter question to something that this woman said. But he did not say anything when this woman was laying down expectations for men about going to the fucking war, man. Going to the fucking war. That's insane. That's the problem with people who have heard what the right thing to say is, and they're just gonna blindly fucking say that. This is hypocritical.
No one owes you anything. You have your own
Okay,
life.
do you understand that if you make an argument and you say that
I'd
women are
watch
supposed
your
to be
seminar on how to win an
in a
argument.
position, if the women are supposed to be in a position of privilege where men do A, B, C, and D for them, and then I ask, well, what duties do women have? And you say, well, nothing.
No one said
right?
that
And then you
men
wonder,
need-
why are men
personally,
checking out? I don't know why men are checking out. I don't get it.
I think all the guys, for some reason, are very afraid of pointing out that this woman was wrong. She was just wrong, man. As far as protecting your family is concerned, look, if you can protect your family, of course you will. Of course you should. In most cases, realistically, man, you won't be able to because you're just one guy with two hands who's never been in a fight. But that aside, as far as providing is concerned, providing what? Money? Yeah, if you're working, you will. There you go, motherfucker. I don't know why that's a big deal all of a sudden. But as far as going to the war is concerned, if the time comes, you have to. But this idea that a woman can sit comfortably and say, hey, you need to go to the war, otherwise you're not a real man, that's just absurd.